agenda and how they were going to infiltrate the institutions of America to influence us in the direction they wanted us to go. To destroy our families, they wanted to promote cohabitation instead of marriage. They wanted to try to get children away into government programs at the earliest age possible. And they also said they'd like to get behind the feminist movement because they felt it had been very successful in making women discontent with marriage and motherhood. To destroy business, they wanted to get behind the environmental movement. And in 1992, the environmental movement was very modest, but they thought it was the only vehicle capable of creating enough regulation and red tape to discourage business growth. And finally, to destroy our culture of religion and morality, they said, if we can get Americans to accept homosexuality, they thought it would begin to extinguish our traditional moral values Americans held. I remember thinking at the time, this plan doesn't seem very realistic. It's not something I'll need to worry about in my lifetime. It was 15 years later, I was appointed by the governor to be a state representative in the legislature. I'd only lived in my district for 2 years, so I thought it'd be a good idea if I wrote a monthly letter to the editor. Each month I wrote on a different topic. In January 2008, as I was contemplating what to write my letter on, I thought back to the meeting in 1992, and I thought of the goals they'd outlined and where America was today, and I couldn't believe how successful they had been. I mean, our families were totally disintegrating. The environmental movement had become the most powerful force for destroying our free markets, and hate crimes legislation was being considered in Washington, D.C. that made it a crime to even say anything against the homosexual movement. I realized people needed to know what was going on. After I wrote this letter, within days, people were protesting at the Capitol. It was the feature story on the evening news.
Controversial comments have state legislators buzzing tonight.
After a freshman lawmaker alleges the communist agenda has infiltrated mainstream America. It's the big story, live at 6.
And over 40 letters to the editor had been printed in response to what I'd said.
Hey, I just wanted to give you support on your newspaper article. Don't let them grind you down. Psych.
I realized then I'd hit on something. One of the letters written in my defense stated that a book from 1958 had outlined a similar agenda. And this got my attention. The book was The Naked Communists by Cleon Skousen, who had been a former FBI agent. And inside the book it documented 45 current communist goals from 1958. And as I slowly read through the list, seeing how specific their agenda had been to subvert us on the inside, I couldn't believe it. They'd accomplished almost every single one of them, and nobody seemed to be noticing. For at least the last 50 years, they'd been working actively behind the scenes, in the shadows, trying to move our people and our culture in a direction that was designed to destroy us.
Shalom. Call Laimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, and our Lord and Savior, Yahushua. Much respect and honor to the brothers that are doing the work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so, and pushing His gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and double honors and respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson entitled The Wicked Are Estranged from the Womb. So everything that the men of the Lord have been speaking out about and against is unfolding. So things are coming to a head. And the men of the Lord, starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, have been sounding the alarm and blowing the trumpet for 30 years plus, being accused of being conspiracy theorists, promoting hate or hate mongers, promoting or selling fear or fear mongers. So now the writing is clear on the wall. What the wicked is doing is demoralizing society. And really the ultimate goal is to keep the sons of Jacob from repentance, coming back to the Bible. Because the elites understand when that happens, the gig is up. Their rulership falls when Israel repents and come back to our power. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua. If you'll notice in the video, he said that they work in the shadows. So this is talking about the international bankers or the shadow government, the illuminated ones, so-called Illuminati, the shadow government. Let's go from there. We're going to let's go here first. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So this is an uprising of a global elite, international bankers, and they are moving forward full speed ahead with their agenda, which starts with demoralization, changing the roles of the traditional families. The women are working outside of the homes. The men are outside of the homes, while the children are being programmed with government propaganda and twisted curriculum, or a poisonous, polluted educational system. So this is a secret counsel of the wicked. Psalm 64, verse 3. Let's go back to verse 2. This is why when you read Psalms 83, it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. The book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So this is what's called weaponized propaganda, which culminates in new laws, unrighteous decrees. So they are using their propaganda as a weapon, false propaganda and fake news. Look at what's happening around the world today and put it into context. Psalm 64, verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So this perfect is talking about those that are in upright conversation, the elect sons of Jacob. Let's bring that up. That's their main target. Psalms 37, verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay as such as be of upright conversation. That's the perfect, the elect sons of Jacob. So I saw a video done by Elder Apostle Gabar where the military is gearing up to be able to go door to door and into each and every city and neighborhood to be prepared to lock down the citizens. So they are seeking to slay those of upright conversation. Really, the ultimate target are the sons of Jacob, his elect. But the dragon is going to go after the remnant, all those that are in this word, that fear the Lord. Let's go there next. Go to Revelations 12, 17. So the dragon is the global elites, their government that are using their military, great iron teeth. Revelations 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. See that? Those that are of upright conversation. What's that? This word that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Let's go back to Psalms 64. So their main target is the elect of the house of Israel, the captive daughter of Zion. And this is a global militarized agenda, the dragon, under Edom. The book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So this plan starts with a storyline, a narrative, a false terror propagandized strategy. Psalm 64, verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares. Privately, they say, who shall see them? So that's why we're seeing a gradual erosion of morality and a gradual emergence of immorality and wickedness, so that the global elites can justify their existence to fund more defense, more policing, more social programs. So this is all by design to maintain a privatized industrial corporate prison system. How in the world is America being the land of the free and home of the brave with the largest prison population in the world? Approximately 3 million prisoners. It does not make sense that they may shoot in secret at the poor Israelites that are filling 85% of America's prison system. Let's go to Psalms 57. Let's go to verse 3. He shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. Let's read it again. The book of Psalms, chapter 57, verse 3. He shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. God shall send forth his mercy and his truth, salvation for the captive daughter of Zion that's coming through Yahushua. Psalms 57, verse 4. My soul is among lions, and I lie even among them that are set on fire, even the sons of men, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. So they're starting with demonizing the Israelites, followed by coming in with military, great iron teeth, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, those that be of upright conversation. That's why we went to Revelations chapter 12, verse 17, that the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed that keep the commandments of God. That's the elect coming back to this word. Let's close out in Psalms 58. The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So everything they push is wrong, immoral, grotesque, wicked, breaks down the family structure, demoralizes society, demonizing those that be of upright conversation, and promoting those of the ABCDEFG HIJKLMNOP community, allowing prisoners to continue to promote gang violence, funding gang violence, by the CIA, keeping wickedness alive. Psalms 58, verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. Their poison is a false philosophy, which includes Maxine Waters and Vanessa, and eventually the Marcus. We got to use these terms or they'll take down the video. Magic potions, concoctions, serpent juice, venom. So this doctrine comes with what? It comes with science and technology. That's the left-hand side, priesthood, the Chaldeans. The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear. They cannot hear this wise counsel, this truth. Verse 5, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Psalms 58, verse 6 again. Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions. So this weapon starts with their laws. See? So this comes out of their mouth. So the military backs up the laws. The mouth laws come out, and the teeth back up these unrighteous decrees and wicked laws. Matter of fact, where do we read that at again? See, right here. Psalms 57. Let's go to verse 6. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit before me, into the midst whereof they are fallen themselves. So the Most High is setting a snare for the wicked. They're being set up to be destroyed, judged. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. And I will share and copy and paste the video in the description box. It's about an hour, a little more than an hour long. See you on the next video, Lord willing. We got next, Lord willing, Barakatham. Shalom.